Hello, John Stewart. You and other entertainers and actors and sports people are recorded involved with journalists and CBS and national/international news like CNN with their Facebook pages and with the police that moderate it, that are not associated formally with Facebook and YouTube, but they could join with them, and then they come out to solutions they agree about, where they've been fabricating audio and video together in sequence shifting, and they've been pretending passions and emotions so they could say whatever while they're ignoring people, and roles attaching people to more and more fabricated audio and video. NBC Connecticut News, WFSB, and Fox Connecticut News confirmed, demonstrated, and recorded roles with a whole bunch of people. They took pictures of me standing around and tried to make it look like I knew them with not that many. They tried to make exceptions that I knew the people in the past, where they make a whole bunch of confessions, and then later that was exploited, where and how they have roles with the principal child abusers campus. Then and now further involved. I still haven't had a response from it. They have Sandy Hook, a whole bunch of families from Sandy Hook associated with the Soto families that are recorded, confessed, demonstrated, confirmed, involved criminally with the campuses, intercities, the child campuses, and as the roles planting predicate acts and wrongdoing, identity thefts and frauds, descriptions of instances completely made up and just use real things to attach lies to it, and the sequence shifts into databases of kids, and they're exploiting it through time with the uses of it, doing the same thing at CCSU, at Trinity College, at UConn, at Wesleyan. I never went to Wesleyan, never went to UConn. At other colleges and universities I never went to, involved. They have the deans and their family members involved with falsified police reports. They'll tell you if you ask them correctly. Former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin, in his defendant capacities in 2006, is also one of the ones involved with a string of wrongdoing, sequence shifts, and predicate acts roles leading up to the World Trade Center attack interstates, having been coordinated, timed, and then that's worse than international. They have criminally foreign influence uses of fake words and sequence shifts they forced Saudis to before the World Trade Center attack, and then after it to conjoin with that. These are sources, these are people tied to Gayle King. Never had a conversation with Gayle King in my life. So Gayle King and Don Lemon, for example, they pretend to be about inclusion because they're involved with what keeps and kept manifest a whole bunch of sick natures, where they have database relationships, and they have a whole bunch of liars lying about other people, and they're trying to start fights with people because they sequence shift. They pretend to perceive phobias, in other people after sequence shifting, because they get, in other words, they're attaching us to fake words and preventing us mandated law to report that. And they're calling us names and stuff like that, and then they're pretending when we call them back, because that's what they are. Little faggot. Who was the little faggot from the Britain Superior Court with the rape threats before the principal child abusers campus was discovered? Let's get the little faggots with CNN. Nothing personal against anybody. Anyone who wants to be a semi-nature and speak for humanity as that, shut your mouth or follow mandated law. Don't put other people on fake words. Don't make big convictions and convictions about strangers you don't even know from backgrounds so to prevent mandated law. That's what you guys are doing. You guys are so sick with hate, whatever it is, with juxtaposed with delusions and criminally foreign influence premises treatments. When you guys are calling hate about other people, that's what you perceive. And then you lie about the passions and emotions of others. Now you can't afford emotions and passions to be in demonstration of their proper, actual, natural, native use. By correlation, you guys are preventing correlation nature. It's actually inherent, active, and progressive means. So please follow mandated law for CBS, not just the news. They have you involved with this. Stewart, and other comedians and things like that, and other personalities. Sick. They're victims, but they're victim predators. So have them pick one name in sequence, because they've been switching names and sequences interbranch. The Britain Superior Court has female judges, black and white female judges involved with this, and there are black and white Confederate flag KKK themed and black military police officers also involved leading up to the World Trade Center and since. Also with Kuwaiti military criminally involved. The uses of the family members and the persons of deans. And, you guys, we don't understand what you're saying. We're just going to keep talking real fast. You understand what I'm saying? Fix the fake news they attach me to. The fake words they attach me to. The fake sequence shifts. I still didn't get a voice because of the news media. CBS WFSB has locations next to them with a whole bunch of names in Rocky Hill that are in intercities on and off my campuses involved with predicate acts, identity thefts, and frauds. They also recorded, confessed, demonstrated, confirmed. It's how the intelligence community and the foreign have roles and insights into the buildings next to the state capitol and the buildings next to the news media locations like down there, like Fox News. Also, this is intercity. That's Hartford, Connecticut. This is intercities. Weathersfield interbranch, out off the state judicial branch offices. Whole bunch of people tied to confessions. Strangers sought me out about confessions about their roles with the family members with the body stumping spot of Billy Grasso, and houses next to the state judicial branch offices and along 2-route highway where it runs into Hangdog Lane, though, in the Brown Turnpike before the heart of Hartford. Those 3 spots at the end of the Brown Turnpike have a whole bunch of, through time, there were different instances of natures of identity theft and frauds roles. People went out of their way to pretend they know me, that I don't know at all, and people that I only know because they were in that context influenced to pretend, that they knew me in ways they didn't, out of sequence. These are also there's a Smith family and there's a Mendez family that answer the phones for the Weathersfield police through time. They're also involved with some domain police forms and stuff like that with all the houses around me, with fact-cheating nature confessions tied, and their roles with people that were in classes I had, involved with falsified police report slanders, identity theft, frauds, physical delusions. You have some weird, creepy people involved with the child abusers, and it's recorded that and how they're child abusers. That's being hid by the police forms associated that are not the ones that were working for Facebook and YouTube, but they're keeping them in collusion with themselves and with the news media that is addressing these topics and pretending they can be news. They're simultaneously increasingly valuing how they have themes like with their news, so it's like not really news. It's like almost like, it's comedy for some sick fakes since founding. With this game going on, everyone some kind of a semi-identity preventing human science and correlation nature is actually inherent, active, and progressive means. Let's get the faggots out of New Britain Superior Court. Faggots with rape threats, with child abusers. These same ones are cliques involved with the elderly homes. A whole bunch of natures of federal crimes juxtaposed with the elderly homes. These are also the cliques with the prisons tied to the interbranch, kept needing to hide those same lies with them, using crime methods, predicate acts delivery system methods to do this effectively since founding, hiding what they've been doing in courts, which is real sick, worse than most people that come before them. So just like in how the overt criminal enterprises grow up only capable of being logic and identities as natures of criminal and citizens natures, wrongdoers as overt criminal enterprises and private ones, that's what we have here. And we have that further and further, roles used remotely by and as a worse one, which has that used by even worse. It's not complicated. That's what's recorded. What is slavery about? Always, not denying any exceptions. It's about a predicate acts delivery system, not about slavery. There are exceptions. See, those exceptions and exception nature where it was about prejudice, Those are natural exceptions. Those are natural exceptions that aren't going to be unless someone put those unnatural laws in place. That's why there's prejudice. Open your mouths, make an opinion or conviction about why and how there are negative value nature progressions, acts, and natures in New York City. You can't tell the truth. You're part of it. You guys are sick child abuses of New York City, distinctly from how you are sickly child abuses of people in Wethersfield/Hartford. Sickly distinctly to keep how sickly non-distinctly from being discerned. Then you pretend to take it personal. Just fix the fake news. Separate me from the fake words you attach me to. Get the courts to one name and sequence on the paper. They have that obligation. Don't hide them. Don't hide them. Don't hide your own.